What's up? Um, Today we're gonna be learning three things that help me just fucking react off the markets, find reversals, and yeah, finding reversals is fun. You make money. It's really fun. So yeah, we're gonna go over power of three, standard deviations, and for the lower time frame entries, volume imbalances. So let me show you guys what po3 is. If you don't know, or if you already know, I'm still going to show you. po3 is this: accumulation, right? How do I get out of this? Help. Alright, I'm going to do this then. Manipulation and distribution. So, what is that called? AMD. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, or po3, power of three. Because it's three things: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. What happens is Asia session, most of the time, will accumulate. So think about, where's my rectangle? Think about this. Asia session, okay? This is Asia session. Accumulation. London manipulates, okay? London session manipulates. And then, once we get to New York session, we are distributing in price. This is where we can catch some big moves, some high volatile moves. Yeah. And also with the manipulation, you can use fair value gaps, so like inverse fair value gaps through, distribute, maybe changing the state up here and then rip down a million points. Yeah, and this usually just happens at market open. It happened today, which I'll show you guys, but I'm in bar replay, so I can't just recap today's day. I just went to a random day. This might be like early this month, so I don't even remember, to be honest. And with the power of three, we can set our standard deviation levels, our Fibonacci retracement. We can set that to find our manipulation reversal point if you really want to catch the bottom of the move. It may be scary to enter off because you could get a resweep of internal buy side or sell side liquidity. But yeah, let's try and trade this. Is Asia accumulating right now? Yeah, I'd say that bitch manipulating. But whether we're targeting longs or shorts, we mark out the session to get some levels to react off of. Or if we're thinking bearish, we have more sell side liquidity than we have more buy side liquidity. Yeah, I'm thinking we go short here. Set this level. And these standard deviation levels, see, I'm just marking out Asia session. These standard deviation levels should align with some type of liquidity. So these previous day highs, at the -2, that's a nice bounce zone where we can sweep all this low resistance liquidity. Yeah. That perfectly lines up with that previous day. True day opens up here, so I think we're just gonna push up. Let's see how London plays out. Okay, so we do have some accumulation, but we're on the lower time frame here. If we want to see high time frame accumulation, you would want to go to the 1 hour. But we'll find it before market opens. We'll find some AMD before market opens. So London, sweep Asia. London lows already swept. Accumulation, right here. You see this sideways movement. Sideways movement. Here, what is this? The manipulation down. What happens here? We resweep this sell side liquidity. Watch. Price is going to shoot up. Set $1,000 stop loss, let's just say. Target London highs and true day open. Wait, no, that's past true day open. So London highs. This is a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Stopped out. Let's see what happens right after that. As soon as we get stopped, longs happened. What is that called? A loss, okay? That's a really good loss. I'm also showing you here that not all good traders just win every trade, okay? I'm being transparent. A lot of these people lie online. 95% of all these people lie online. So yeah, that was a good loss, honestly. I didn't really have any entry confirmation on this trade. Low tier setup, because I only entered off the accumulation manipulation. And we did not distribute, so yeah. That's just a good loss. That's what you call a good loss. We'll try the next trading day. Only $1,000 down, okay? We'll make it back. This is just showing. This is also what we call backtesting, if you don't know. Alright, how about this? I'm going to set up some standard deviation levels, find a volume imbalance while the po3, and we'll catch a huge trade. So, this is a higher time frame accumulation. These levels should line up. So I usually mark out Asia session. And then last leg in London, last manipulation leg. So I'd call it like, this is hard actually. I'd call it here or this one. I think I'm saying this one because look, -2 and -4 are just lined up here. They're lined up ready to get smacked. Yeah, so standard deviation. Let's see. And we also have our SOM, start of move. So a lot of traders actually don't know about this, but this is the last swing before we have a CISD. Then you can use that standard deviation level. -4 lines up nice. Oh my gosh. Alright, we expanded completely beyond this. We actually just did not retrace and we just went long. Wow, okay. We just did not retrace. So if price expands above your -4s, find this level. We do tick -4 here. But we're not just gonna drop, are we? Yep. There's the tick. 4.5. Okay, now we go to the 1 minute. Let's find a volume imbalance. Do we see any? Nope. Inverse fair value gap. Nope. Boom. Volume imbalance. Nope. 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 Too tiny. Too tiny. Inverse fair value gap. Inverse. Let's find that volume imbalance. There it is. Okay. Volume imbalance. This is an inversion though, because we're gonna want to close below this, not wick it. We're gonna want to close below this volume imbalance. See that? Then mark it up with a 5 minute or 3. Oh yeah, so on the wick. And let's see. I want to close below it on the 1 minute. Sell. That shit dump. 3 minis. Watch this shit. Ready? Tell me this shit doesn't work. Absolute top tick of a trade. These volume imbalances. Well, actually, what is this? Unicorn shit, but that's just easy top tick, bro. It's easy top tick, volume imbalance, off of the 5 minute wick. Look at that. Close below that shit. 5 minute wick. Dump, bro. Dump. I bet this shit keeps dumping. Yeah. Oh, this trading stuff is so. It's just like it just works. I don't know how this shit works, but it works, bro. And those were all-time highs too. I literally just top ticked all-time highs. Tell me this shit don't work. Tell me. Look, we probably SMT'd with the yes there, knowing how these markets move. Inverse fair value gap. Close back into the fair value gap. Go to the 1 minute. You have this rejection. Go to the 1 minute. Find one of these cheeky imbalances here. Let's see. Reject off this fair value gap. Volume imbalance here. You would have literally ticked. You might get stopped out. I used a 15-point stop, so I would have been chilling. I actually would have been able to bang out a trade and maybe target these highs for 1 to 3. Yeah. So that would have been a nice trade also. Is tick that volume imbalance for value gap off the 5-minute wick and probably creating an SMT. NQ and ES are always making SMTs, always making reversals. So yeah, those 2 trades in 1 day in 2 different sessions. I'm only successful in these 2 sessions, either pre-market NYAM session or NY lunch session. Those are my go-tos. That's where I enter. I don't enter anywhere else. No London, no Asia. I'm usually sleeping and tired as fuck. So yeah, if you still don't know what that volume imbalance was, I'll draw it out for you before this video's over. So you got your bullish candle. Shit looks terrible. Okay, you usually have your open high or whatever. It usually just opens at the close of the wick, your next candle. But on the 1 minute, shit gets bouncy, shit gets volatile. So your candle is like open right here. And it creates a gap between the bodies. So this would be your volume imbalance. Price, either you trade through it like an inverse fair value gap or catch some wicks. So like price would be, if you're thinking bullish, you'd go maybe manipulate, hit this fair value gap maybe, then rebalance into the volume imbalance on a 5-minute order block. You're catching a trade every time. You're catching it. Okay, let me delete that. Yeah, but volume imbalance. If you still don't know, I'll write it down. Volume imbalance. VI. Boom. Okay. I'll show more examples another time if you guys want. I still have 0 subscribers, 0 viewers. So I'll just keep posting. This is kind of fun talking to myself, I can't lie. So yeah, see you guys next video. Closing this out with my shitty OBS system. Alright, see ya.